Hi, my name is Rebecca Hanlon, and I will be your mentor for this front-end web developer nanodegree course. I've taken this course before, and I found it a lot of fun but challenging, and I think you'll find it that way too. One of the nice things about web design and web development is we get to build it, we get to design it. It's a lot of fun creating something. So with that in mind, I'd like to show some websites that I think are really creative. It shows the tools that we're going to learn in this course, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and some other things. And they make beautiful sites. They're interactive, everything from visual beauty to hands-on interactive beauty. So let's begin with that first. Let's take a look at this one. This has beautiful animation on it. And they use space nicely. It goes up and down, left and right. The colors are contrasting. The font is clean and clear. And the animations are just really cute. And I love how they do this line here. And again, the placements of the pictures use the space nicely. It's just a delight, visual and interactive delight. Another way that the internet has become useful, besides visually as an artist style, you might say, is it also is cards. It's a way people can promote their businesses. This site here is like a business card and a secretary at the same time. You can book your haircut here, and here you can get tickets. Just very simple, but very clean. And what's nice is it also has more detail. You can meet the barbers, so it's like their business card, and then it's their secretary. This is another site that's very contrasting in colors and very smooth. And the user interface is very slick. And this is a React course. A React site. This is a topic you'll learn, a section you'll learn at the end. React. Also, what's fun about web design is you can make audio players. And then this is a nice site. You see video. And then let's play ball. Here's the topics. We can click in. And then as we scroll, again, keeps us anchored right here. Let us know the timeline that we're looking at as we see all the details. And then the menu is really cute. It's a baseball. And this is nice how they do the slider, the ABCs. Really cool. So this is what we're here for. This is what we want to learn how to do. And for the first week, we're going to start getting those skills. We're going to start getting the basic fundamentals you need to be able to start doing sites like those. So first, let's begin. If you have your computers, go ahead and open them up. Let's go to the home, and then go ahead and click your nanodegree here. And let's take a look at what we're going to do this week. Here we have the 5 sections of what we'll be learning over the next few months. We're going to begin with Web Foundations. And each of those 5 sections have little modules, little groups of lessons. So the first section is the orientation. We have orientation, career services available for you, and learning online and getting help. What's nice about this is if we click in, This one has a nice helper. You can click and see what the outline for the first week can be. So let's take a look at that. Here we gives you what you can accomplish for the first week, your goals in steps for you, because it can feel overwhelming at times. So it breaks it down into steps. The first day you can do orientation. And then if you look on here, we start with orientation, and then we're going to go into the HTML syntax. Then we're going to go to CSS, and then how to write code faster. And then we're going to end the week with why do we need our site to be responsive. Now that's a lot of information, so let's break this down a little bit. The orientation is pretty self-explanatory, so I'll let you explore that on your own. Let's begin with the HTML syntax. What is syntax? Well, let's take a look at a site here. If we go into the site, we can take a look at what this is. Now, if I click here, this H1 tag with the words in between, that's the syntax. That's how the words get on the page. This P, if I click here again and let's take a look at this text, that's a P tag. That's for paragraph. This is for a heading. So that's what you're going to learn about the first week. How to build the fundamental blocks to get the page, to put the details on the page. Now, how do we make this look so beautiful? Well, that is CSS. CSS is what makes this, makes the artwork, changes the fonts. For example, let's take a look here. Let's play with this a little bit. So here's my HTML tag, and here's my CSS. Now let's play with the color. I can change the color. Just see. Oops, I thought I'd... There we go. There, it's changed color now. Let's change it again. We can do the same with the text. I can change that to bright pink. How about a brighter color? There, barely see it. We can play with it. We can also play with the dimensions. See, as I make it bigger, let's see that better. Gets wider. So, if you notice here, this is the CSS syntax, and this is your HTML syntax. And that's what we're going to learn, or what you will be learning this first week. Now, let's take a look here. So we have the orientation. Here's the HTML syntax. Now, what's interesting about this also is it won't just be the skills, the syntax that I had mentioned before. It will also delve in a little bit to what kind of text editor you're going to use, what kind of browser you're going to use, because how you're looking at this is using a browser. So what it's also going to do, besides give you the fundamentals to build a website, it's going to give you the fundamentals to be able to work at home, work on your desktop, and have all the tools you need in order to do this. In this first week also, here we have the lessons, but there's also 2 mini projects. You'll have an article to mock up, and this you'll actually get to use your tools that you develop, tools that you gather on your computer, your text editor and your browser in order to do this project. And then on the second project, you're going to be making some animal trading cards, which will be working with CSS and HTML. So as you learn the basic building blocks, you'll also be building 2 little mini projects, which will be nice. Now before we go, I'd like to show you another site. Again, this site incorporates a lot of different things. It has video, and as we scroll down, there's text, images, more video, It makes a, it's like reading a magazine online. And if we take a look deeper, there's the H1 right here. And that's what you're going to learn this week. That's the HTML syntax. Here's the P tag. You're going to explore this. And then here is the CSS. That's designing this and making this beautiful. Well, welcome to your course. I hope you have a good course. And if you have any questions, you can contact me on Slack. And good luck.